What up, people? You're listening to the Atlanta Podcast, where we drink local beer and invite you into our unfiltered talks on news and culture in the city of Atlanta. Now, when I say unfiltered, I mean...
He's trying to say we say fuck a lot.
Yeah, it's rated R for, ribbed for your pleasure.
Oh. Nigga.
You like
No
it, right?
lube, bro?
No? Too much?
All right.
Run it back.
Enjoy the show. We want to hurry up and run this because I know you probably busy
Oh,
as
no
hell.
worries. I got time.
All right.
Yeah, nothing tonight. Just
Yeah.
chilling.
Recording any music videos?
I mean, we did this week. We recorded something.
Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty
some,
dope.
We did some foolishness. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
We did Low Places. So we're venturing off in the country song. I don't know if y'all remember Garth Brooks' Low Places.
Uh-huh.
And they got friends in low
Yeah.
places.
Oh.
We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
We'll see how that foolishness goes.
Yeah.
You guys
That's
editing
what's up.
it right now, so we'll see.
Yeah.
You are now in the mix with the Atlanta Podcast.
What up, people? Welcome to the Atlanta Podcast. It's your boy Christian,
Justin.
And Myron.
and we're here talking to you about stuff going on in Atlanta. We have a special guest on the episode today. We would like to introduce founder and creative director of the Atlanta staple Sublime Doughnuts, Kamal Grant.
What's happening?
Before every episode, we like to crack open a local beer to enjoy and discuss with our jack of all drafts, Myron. So, Myron, what we got on tap?
So what we got on tap tonight is a milk stout from Six Bridges Brewing out of Johns Creek, Georgia. Never even heard of them.
Yeah.
So appreciate picking this up, Christian. Did you go out there?
Yeah.
Or they just sent us?
I went out
to
there.
us? Oh.
I went out
Did you
there
drink?
and checked it out. I went on a lunch break.
Oh, gotcha. Wink, wink.
No weeks.
Wink. Gotcha.
No, but they have a really dope spot out there. Picnic tables. It's like a little safe haven. They haven't been out for long, but the stuff is good. Definitely worth a visit.
Yeah.
And the guy who I talked to, he was telling me that Georgia is still, even with all the breweries we have, still has the least amount of breweries per capita.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
What's
With
a capita?
What's a capita?
What's the capital?
the amount of people in the location.
population.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, is that what that is? I
Yeah.
thought it was like a fraternity house or something.
I mean, that would make sense because
Omega Capita.
Yeah.
Atlanta has a shit ton of people, as we know. It's full.
It's full.
So
Yeah.
per capita, we don't have as much as like say San Diego or Portland. But a lot of like the craft beer boom has happened over these past maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
And then you get breweries opening up every seems like every 3 months a new brewery is popping up. I just went to Lost Druid that just opened last weekend.
I don't know what.
Right, it literally just opened. I had posted in one of my beer groups, and there was like, where the fuck did this come from?
Sounds scary. Like some Final Fantasy shit.
It's over in there in about to say EAV, not EAV. Avondale Estates.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool, nice. It was off in the cut. But yeah. So the beer that we're drinking is Silent Accord. It's a sweet milk stout, 6.5%. Just poured at the nose. You get a lot of roastiness in there.
Deep dive.
Someone gonna drop off of it.
See, Kamal, you see how to deal with.
Put his face in the whole thing.
I mean, you gotta get the nose feel, the mouth feel.
Oh,
the feel.
Excuse me. Mouthfeel.
Oh, this is good. So it's not an Imperial stout, so it's not as thick or as heavy as Imperial stouts would be, but it still has a nice body to it. Definitely sweet, but not overly sweet. Get some chocolatey notes in there. Roastiness from like coffee.
Probably
flavors.
go well with these donuts we got.
Of course.
Yes, indeed.
Definitely some good coffee flavor in there. So yeah, coffee and donuts.
Awesome.
Kamal was nice enough to bring us some donuts.
Yeah, we got a dozen.
We
Gotta
don't
bring
want to get in
donuts.
there, right? We don't want to get in the donuts now, right? Because we don't want to eat on the mic and stuff like that. But I do want to just.
I mean, who's
I
we?
just want to.
They look awesome.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. Let's play the game we all love. Guess the race.
So we've been on a winning streak. We're killing it.
Man,
We've been on a winning streak.
All right. We normally like to kick off conversation with a friendly game called Guess the Race. I will tell a local story involving a crime, and you, along with Justin and Myron, can guess the race of the culprit. Y'all ready?
Oh, yeah.
Go. Let's go.
We're
Got
ready.
this. All right. An alleged serial swindler.
White.
Swindler.
Done.
Yeah, this is
It's
true.
not land.
But wait,
It's a
Swindler was a choice of words for whoever wrote this article.
Yeah, so that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Black person
right.
ever been described as a swindler?
The hustler. Hustler,
Yeah.
gang member,
Hustling.
thug.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be premature. Never mind.
You ready? Is accused of conning a Georgia woman out of more than $80,000 after meeting her on a dating site and becoming engaged in a week.
Oh, I already know this one.
Damn.
I
So
know
you're
what
out.
it is.
You're opted
Yeah,
out.
I'm not gonna guess.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel like that's a black person's move, though. But so it sounds like a
Engaged
move.
in a week.
In a week. The swindler was arrested on an outstanding warrant for theft by deception, a felony in Franklin, Tennessee. Police said the scammer and the victim from Alpharetta, Georgia, began talking on Match.com on March 27th, met in person later that day, and were quickly engaged. The scammer told the woman that he was a millionaire. So, that changes a lot.
What proof did he show?
That's
I mean, how did he meet her? Did he meet her in an Uber? I mean, how you just say you a millionaire?
Right.
Yeah.
Uber. What up in the Uber Black? He paid the extra $13. And she was like, "Oh my God, Mom, I found him."
And if that's the case, then she was clearly just a gold digger.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you know, everybody's out for something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To some extent, yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I was just having a conversation with my cousin the other day, and she was telling me. I mean, I ain't got no money, but people think
Who
I
ain't
got
got no money?
I don't have any money. I'm not making any money.
Okay.
But people think I got money, and he got 2 donut shops. She's like, I want to see you with a good girl, and I want you to meet a girl, and then she doesn't know you have the donut shops. I'm like, doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. Like,
She's going to be
she meets
pleasantly
me and
surprised.
does it. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. She meets me and likes me because the donut shops is the end. I mean, everybody, when they meet someone, they like them for some superficial reason, and then you figure out if you
That's
really
true.
like them. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that girl got big titties, you know what I'm saying? What's she going to cover up her titties and be like, what you like me for me, you know? Everybody, you
Very
meet
true.
someone for some superficial reason, and then you get to know them, and then you figure out, hey, is this going to work?
Yeah,
But
right.
if she tricks you for a long period of time and hustles you, I mean, that's your stupid ass.
Yeah,
you know,
you
obviously, $80,000 later, so, but...
Yeah.
Continue on with the story. Yes.
She got engaged after a week, though.
During their short romance, he convinced her that they were in love and wanted to buy a house together, police said in a statement. The victim gave the scammer more than $80,000 to put towards the cost of the home, but he cut all contact with her after receiving the money, police said.
That's an unprotected sex move. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You know?
it's like
it's been a week, and then she give you 80 grand.
That makes sense.
Fall in love
Now, what
quick.
doesn't make sense is why she would give a millionaire money.
Yeah.
But
There's lots of things that don't make sense.
I saw in another article that the proposal was like, we're gonna go like, we're gonna put our money together.
Yeah, that's
Like I
normally
don't want
the
to just put my money out there. This is worth more than $80K, but
Yeah, that's
your
normally
portion.
the move. That's the
Right.
Nigerian prince scheme. It's because someone's super rich, so they're only asking for a little bit of money. Exactly. They're only asking for $100,000. I'm $100 millionaire, so just $100,000. Give me that. I'll give you back $20 million once
Right.
you
You
get
gotta
it.
bring something
Yeah.
to the table here. I don't want you
So-
to take advantage of me.
True, that was his way of weeding out the gold diggers. Oh, she's
Exactly.
like, I'm not a gold digger here.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's my life savings.
At the same time, you're a millionaire and you don't have a house already?
He could have moved. He
Yeah,
could
well,
have
he's
said
from
she's
Franklin,
moved here.
Tennessee, so he's like, we
Exactly.
moving together.
Yeah.
He's new in town.
From Alfred.
New in town.
New in
That
town.
still works.
The scammer lived in Duluth, Georgia, with another woman and a child,
Oh, shit.
and had recently bought a 2014 BMW that he painted black, according to a subsequent investigation by Gwinnett County's Electronic and Financial Crimes Unit.
That's an odd bit of detail to add in there.
And he painted it black.
I was like, what does that mean?
You got some true detectives over here.
Right? Police said that after releasing information about the victim from Georgia, several women had reported to them that they were in a relationship with Hill or knew women who were. The scammer has changed his name more than 5 times in 2.5 years and is also wanted in Virginia, Delaware, Maryland, and New Jersey for similar schemes, authorities
Oh,
say.
he just hit the whole East Coast and is coming on down.
That's his profession. That's his profession.
I mean, obviously he's good at it. 80 G's in a week?
Yeah.
This is really what he do.
Well, by sharing the story, it is the police officers' hope that he is not able to victimize any other women using this scam. These types of con men are very good at manipulating their victims. They tend to say everything that a woman wants to hear. I'm pretty sure it's more than saying, but
Yeah,
know.
but so
A lot
filling
of
some
dudes.
donut holes, you know what
are
I'm saying?
they are they victims? Yes, but I'm just like, who does that? Like, who just meets somebody and it's like, hey, here's my money.
Desperate people.
Well, I mean, everybody looking for love. I mean, they obviously was deeper, you know what I'm saying? You know, everybody met someone and fell in love in a week, you know what I'm saying? This guy just happened to be, you know, out for something more, you know what I'm saying? So I feel for the ladies, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, I mean, it's
Listen, she was
definitely-
on Match.com, so she was obviously looking for a relationship, and this nigga
Right.
over here praying and shit. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you can't
Damn.
really fault a woman who wants love and a private jet.
Right.
Right? I mean, who don't
All you
want
gotta
that?
do is pay $80K for
Who
that,
don't want that life?
and you set for life.
You know?
I've seen worse investments.
oh yeah, done a lot more for less.
True.
All right, guys.
All right.
Kamal, Justin, Myron, you're out.
Yeah. All
How many
right.
people
Guess the race.
How many people repaint their BMW?
I'm going.
So he lived in Duluth. Alpharetta was where they were moving to, I guess.
Alpharetta, the
Scam people.
protected city.
Virginia, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey.
Ooh.
I'm going with this is he Italian.
He's Italian?
Italian American. It's Italian American.
He's an Italian.
I'm
going real
sticking with
specific.
white. I'm sticking with white.
Sticking with white.
I'm sticking with white.
Do you want to know the name?
Yeah, let's go with the name.
Because black people don't pay for subscriptions on dating sites.
Oh wow, that's
They do the free one.
But I mean, his victim
Oh.
could have been a white woman. I feel like his victim's definitely a white woman.
You think so? The victim is a white
yeah,
woman.
it's
Alpharetta?
got to be a white woman with $80K just to give out. Even come on, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you
This is
know,
a good point. This is good points. Hold on.
She could have dipped in her 401k.
yeah.
That's true.
We don't know the age though.
Age makes a
I bet
difference.
The age of the woman to get married in a week, you're probably an older woman. To have 80K anyway, you're probably
Established.
yeah.
All right. He was 35 years old.
Oh, he was a young man. How did he hit that many states?
The $1 million dick.
He been for a minute.
Well, I mean, how long
I'm
it
still
take?
going white.
March 27th.
Yeah.
How long did it take him to get that money out of her? Because they were engaged for a month or two. what is it?
No, a week.
Weak.
He put the D.
Yeah. He gave her all the shades of
The
gray.
expedited
He gave her
D.
the extra shades. The ones you get in the sequels.
Like
He
80,
had 52
80K
shades of
after
gray?
a week of knowing somebody?
Dog.
Jesus.
He put it
Yeah.
down.
What did he show her as proof that he had money? Because that's the thing. You got to show up.
He probably got
With
one
money.
good suit.
Yeah.
You got
You got the one.
I knew a
good
dude who
suit.
did that. He
'Cause
only
it's
wore
a
one
week.
good suit when he met people.
I mean, all you need to do is tailor. You
Get the
tailor
one
up something
good
off the rack.
suit.
Go to K&G. Go to a tailor. Spend about $100. That shit will look sharp.
K&G, but you gotta wear it in the fall or winter.
But you come pulling
You
up in
wear it
a
in the
2014 BMW.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Sweating
I'd be like, you ain't a millionaire.
2014.
Millionaire's got 2019. So okay.
Likes it
Hold
aged.
up.
He's
What
like
does it,
2014 is my favorite.
Doesn't Warren Buffett
2014 ain't
drive a
old enough.
Taurus, though?
He ain't no Warren Buffett, okay?
Warren Buffett drives a Taurus.
So you'll be able to see through that if Warren Buffett approached you with that scheme. Like, even Warren Buffett, if he was running that scheme, he would drive a 2019. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Warren Buffett ain't running that scheme. He's trying to play humble. So
Right.
And that whole Warren Buffett drives a Taurus. Warren Buffett got a private jet. Everyone need to stop talking about Warren Buffett drive a Taurus. He ain't taking coach. This is his one thing that he's not splurging on.
And they say he eats McDonald's. They say he eats a Big Buffett.
That's because he likes to eat McDonald's. Everybody else around Warren Buffett eating filet mignon. His wife eating filet mignon. The kids
He probably got a
eating filet
personal
mignon.
chef and the shit. When he's out and about, he's like, oh, you got something quick to eat. Oh, McDonald's.
Can you make me McDonald's?
Yeah, me too.
There
Right.
it goes.
Right.
Yeah, those memes be making me sick online. They show like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and say, "Oh, not a designer belt in sight," and they'll show some black person like, I'm like, first of all, these guys flex in other ways. You know what I'm saying? They're not
very
living
true.
humbly. They're not out here living regular.
My
Like,
island.
Bill Gates'
Exactly.
house is worth $130 million.
exactly. Just because.
Yeah.
130 million.
And he doesn't need that much
Thinks
space.
differently.
So, let everybody be happy with what they want to choose to show off. You know what I'm saying? If someone want to have a Gucci belt, spend their money on, be like, I'm happy. This makes me
That's what
bring
happens.
joy. Let them do that.
We
man.
were just
Yeah.
talking about that, and
Yep.
we were just like, "Oh my God, why do black people do this with clothes?" And you know what? If you look at the grand scheme of things, they're just more logical about how they flex. Like you go crazy on some clothes instead of a $500 million house. I mean, you
Well,
saving some
so
money.
in general, yeah. What we were talking about, well, my issue is like when you don't have the money
Yeah,
and you still spend it frivolously.
yeah, that's true.
And it's like, well, you living
it's
paycheck
just-
to paycheck.
That's just people who don't know how to handle money. So it doesn't matter what they spend it on. If even if they bought a house, they'd be underwater. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter.
Literally everything they buy, they're fucking up. So you might as well look good.
Did you order Chinese last night?
Can't afford this Chinese. It don't matter what they buy. Those guys.
That is very true.
Yes.
So,
Okay,
White.
so Kamal going
white.
with
You're still going white.
I'm going white.
Kamal going with Italian. So
Italian American.
specific
Not
white.
to say anything bad about
got a
Italian
little
Americans. I
specific.
love
You got a
them.
little
Some of my homeboys, I got friends that are Italian Americans.
Yeah,
I got a good friend that's
cool
an
with the guy
Italian
from
American.
Antico.
I actually
He's
am
gonna
good
fuck
buddies
you
with
up.
him. that is my homeboy Giovanni. Giovanni.
That's a cool guy.
All right, you want his name?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I don't need it. He's white.
Ooh,
Ooh, confidence.
John Martin Hill.
John Martin Hill.
Now he sounds like a white
Wait a minute.
gangster.
That's the name that he's going on because he changed his name multiple times, right? That sounds like a generic
That's a good
made up
point.
name.
Is this the name he got caught with?
John Martin Hill.
That's a good point. I don't know. So,
You giving us fake names.
all right,
I mean, he
I'm
changed his
taking
name
the name away. Okay, you said white.
He's a white.
You said white
He's a
Italian.
I feel like he's a black dude now with John Martin Hill.
Oh,
Black dude.
well,
Yeah, I think so.
he is black.
There he goes.
Do it. Good job. That is that
I didn't see him though.
You see this magical dick man.
guy. He looked
Hey.
like an NBA player.
The suit.
Yeah,
That one suit looks nice.
The thing about the suits is every time you're like either moving or something, you got to be adjusting something. Whether it's the button or the cuff, like you got to always.
Oh, yeah.
that's businessman looking move right there. Like who is he posing for? Why
that's-
isn't that already fastened?
That's the pose.
Well, anyway, now that we
Was the
finished with
woman?
that, I don't know. They didn't release that information.
Probably so many women. So
Well, I mean, she don't want her info
I mean,
out
she's
there.
already
Right, of course.
She's already out there knowing like she lost that much money.
And
Was he
scam artists gonna
Nigerian?
come for her too.
He kind of looked. You know what? We don't need to discuss that.
I'm just saying.
We don't need to discuss that. It was fine.
Let's not feed into stereotypes.
Yeah.
We don't do that here. at
So
the
come on.
Podcast.
Right.
Not at all.
Feed him the stereotype. What?
Italian.
So Kamal, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's dive into what Sublime is, or well, we know it's a donut shop, but
Yep.
what brought you to making donuts?
I mean, I love donuts, so I mean, I've been a baker. Yeah,
Right.
just
That'll
loves the
do it.
donuts. I mean, I've been a baker my whole life. Always wanted to be a baker since I was in middle school, high school, and whatnot. Love pastries and stuff. And
Did you have
so-
the easy bake oven?
No. No, I was poor. I didn't have any of those
Did
things.
you want an easy
Oh,
bake
man, of course I wanted everything. Got no money for that. So, so after I didn't have money for college, so I went to the Navy, and I was a baker in the Navy for a couple years. And then after the Navy, I went to the Culinary
Thank you for
Institute.
your service.
I mean, no, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
It's good to know that the owner of Sublime Doughnuts is a vet, right?
Yes, it is good to know a vet. Support your vets, you know what I'm saying? Go hard for the vets and stuff. Veterans, great.
Yeah.
So after the Navy, I went to the Culinary Institute of America, world's premier culinary college, and learned baking and pastry arts out there.
Oh, wow.
And, then I kind of wanted to know the baking science, so I went to the American Institute of Baking to learn the baking science.
Where is that at?
It's in Manhattan, Kansas. So
Oh, shit. That was like
Man,
Manhattan.
that fucked me up.
Because I was about to say, of course, New York. And then I was like, oh, shit.
Huge buildings, and they all crumble.
Manhattan, Kansas.
It's called the Little Apple, Kansas State's out there. Yeah, because Manhattan, Kansas is the grain box, so all the wheat industries out there, so the farmers and stuff. So Kansas State is a big farming college with wheat and grain science. So they have an offshoot from their school, the American Institute of Baking, which teaches how to work with the grains and stuff. So
That makes
How
sense.
was that experience?
Kansas,
That's
yes. I mean, it's
Shittiest
terrible.
place you ever lived, right?
That's a good question.
It's not as bad as Ohio.
I didn't enjoy it.
I mean, you don't
but-
have any shops in there, right?
No, I mean, I didn't enjoy it, but,
Okay,
I was...
it's shitty, yeah.
It wasn't the time of my life where I was, so, but yeah, so after that, that was, it was cool. I mean, the school was great because the interesting thing about that school, because it's like the only school in the world that sort of teaches manufacturing of, baked goods. So like companies from all over the world send their employees there. So a lot of people from Sara Lee and a lot of people from like a big Japanese baking firm. So we had a lot of Japanese students, some Filipino students, some Korean students, and just talking to them about baking. And it's very interesting. So I still got a lot of friends from Japan and Hong Kong and all that stuff. So
dope.
it's a very interesting school. So I was one of the few people that actually went there that didn't have a job. I went there because I wanted to learn. And then after that, actually, I got a job out here in Tucker, Flowers Baking Company of Tucker.
Shout out.
Right down the street.
They still around?
Yeah, they're still there. Tucker, it's a fucker, but no, Tucker's
Fuck them.
No, love Flowers. Flowers is a great company. Love Flowers Baking Company. A lot of good people there. And I was where made thousands of pounds of loaves of bread. So I was production supervisor for a manufacturing line that made Chick-fil-A buns, Arby's buns and stuff, all that bread. So, and then I was just wanting to do my own thing. Went to all these schools and had these ideas and. Driving down 10th Street, saw a little donut shop for lease, went to eat the donuts. They tasted like shit. And I was like, dang, that's sad.
What's the name of this place?
Well, it was where my donut shop is now. So they didn't really have a name. But then I came back probably 6 months later. It was already closed. They were only open for 3 months. And
Damn. They were that bad.
Damn.
Shit.
well, I mean, he said his baker quit on him. I'm pretty sure they weren't making any money anyways. But the baker quit on him, and this guy partnered up with a baker, and the baker quit. So once the baker quits, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
No one can make donuts. So he was like, "Can you bake?" And I was like, "I can." He was like, "Well, you're all right." So he gave it to me for pennies on the dollar. Changed up the name, made my own delicious products, and then just worked. And
So clearly yours don't suck because you have not only that location
yeah,
that's on 10th Street, but you have one North Druid Hills.
North Druid Hills and
And you
Briarcliff.
also have one in Singapore?
Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand.
Bangkok.
And actually, here's a news break.
Oh, shit.
News break, breaking news.
Dropped
Recently,
it.
we recently just closed that one. So sad. But I mean, it was great. It was a little sad, but the economy is kind of different over there in Thailand. But we're open 7 years, so that was a great run because, I mean, I've seen business open and close in Atlanta in a shorter period of time.
Right.
But
I always wanted to know the story. Why did you open?
just a gentleman from Bangkok saw me. We were getting a lot of great press at the time. So I think a student at Georgia Tech, was from Thailand and wrote on a popular Thai blog site, maybe like a Yelp site, about how great these donuts are, the best donuts in America. And then, we were getting all that good press that was saying that. So this guy looked at it and then looked at us and read our reviews and stuff and was like, hey, this look like the best donut. So he gave me a call and I was like, you know what? let's do this.
Oh wow.
Hell yeah.
So he was a great guy. He is still a great guy, my man Boone Kent, Teshama,
Shout out
out
to Boone
there.
Kent.
Yeah, shout out to Boone Kent.
I think I said that right.
Boss. Every Thai person in Thailand, they have the name that they're born with, and they have a nickname, and his name was Boss. So you get a nickname
shit.
at birth, and that's what everyone
shit.
calls you.
Yeah, are you serious?
So in case you know someone from Thailand, say, what is your nickname that everyone calls you? What's your name? Because that's what he said.
That's the thing. That's a little tag.
So you got an English nickname?
Well, no,
Just a nickname in general.
I don't think his was English. I think it did sound like Boss, but
Oh.
I was like, that's the best nickname ever.
Like, yo, your nickname is
I think it
Boss?
was just Boss. Exactly. It was the best. But yes, everyone has a nickname out there, so it was Boss. So it's my homeboy Boss, and it was great. So hopefully we can partner up in future ventures. But right now the shop is no more. Did 7 strong years out there.
That is
It's
a long
sad
time.
because I like the flex, so I could go places be
course.
like, yo, I got a shop in Thailand. I'm
Right.
Yeah.
But,
Put that on that
But
Match.com.
you also have locations in Mercedes-Benz Stadium too, right?
yeah, we got 2 in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so that's always good.
Yeah, that's
In one stadium.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna get on either side of the 50-yard line, so.
No, just
So you don't have to
little
walk
flex.
all the way around. They're like, no.
No, but you have to be one of the special people
Yeah, we
in order to access it.
You gotta have field level. So the field level club. So if you sit like on the front, the first thing, and then in between the 220s, all them seats can go under the stadium.
That's
and they
why
got
they're
a
always
field
empty
level.
because they're all
Yeah, field level
must
club.
be
That is
nice.
true. Since this is the Atlanta podcast, tired of y'all niggas talking about we ain't at the game. We are at the game. You know what I'm saying? We be at the game, but we got a field level club, and it should be popping.
Chilling.
Oh, because everybody's looking for you at the game, and they're like, I don't see y'all. It's like because your ticket's too cheap.
Right.
But even then, like people like hang out there. I remember I had actually my officer that I was in the Navy with. He came into town and he was watching. He went to the Falcons game, and I was there, happened to be there, so I met up with him and we were chilling. And he was drunk and he was like flexing. I haven't even been to my seat. And I'm thinking, why the hell you pay this much money not to go to your seat?
Right.
To watch the game on TV, but
Yeah.
it's so nice in there. It's like a
The
whole
air.
different experience. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
The air smells very privileged.
Well, I mean, it's just got big
air's
TVs.
Oh man, it's like Aquafina air. It's
They
weird.
pump special air in?
special air.
They gets it.
Yeah.
Gets it.
And
I'm
then you
saving
can
up.
stand, like you can leave. So if you see the people sitting behind the player's bench or standing behind the player's bench, all those people have seats. So those people aren't in their seats. So they're choosing to
Stand on the grass.
stand on the field. And that's a cool
Hit by some of the
experience.
sweat.
But I mean, you can't really see the game standing
I wanna
behind
get
the
him
player.
some
So I don't know why people do that. But it's cool.
It's for the sweat.
Yeah.
It's a flex.
It's for the flex.
They're on a date, you know what I'm saying? Come on, baby, let's go over here. Let's go down here.
That's how all those seats are. That's how club level seats at Hawks games. Nobody sits down. It's literally a club.
Yeah.
No, Hawks game is like going
Literally
to
a club.
You can get a
Yes.
haircut there now, right?
Yes, you
Yeah, they got
can.
the swag shop in there.
Yes, you can. But the renovations on the Phil. Ooh, I'm about to call it Phillips Arena.
Not no
State
more.
Farm.
Not
Excuse
no
me.
more.
Do that shit.
State Farm Arena is nice. So the Atlanta podcast was in the building for
Draft.
the draft party, draft night. So that was my first time being there since they've renovated.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah, I've been there. I went to a couple games last season.
You didn't want to put a Sublime shop in there?
They didn't hit me up. I mean, the stadium hit me up, so that was a great deal. I mean,
Oh, well, fuck them then.
yeah,
Damn,
we'll see. We'll get in there.
playoffs.
Will we?
Kamal said he ain't begging nobody. He's like, they come to me.
Shut up, Cam Reddish.
They come to me.
Exactly.
Good look.
So tell us about the donuts you brought. Hold on, let me just.
We got an assortment of delicious.
You got some of your
donuts.
classics in here, I see.
Oh, wait a minute. Do I see my favorite?
Which one's your
Yes.
favorite?
The fresh strawberries and cream.
No,
that
nigga,
shit
that's
is.
my favorite.
Oh, shit.
I'm just kidding.
We,
You had this
so this was the end of the Atlanta podcast. Yeah, that fresh strawberries and cream. I think that's the first donut I had from Sublime
Yeah, that's a
years
yeah.
ago, and I was like, nobody's doing that.
No, that's a winner chicken dinner. I mean, I think I see people doing it, but we were the original.
Not doing it right.
Yeah. I mean,
There we
no
go.
one's doing any donuts
Oh,
right.
so you're saying
We're the
people
only
with
people that do
swagger
donuts
jacking.
right. Oh yeah, a lot of swagger jack.
You want to call them out or no?
No, you can't speak
Yeah,
to those
we can do all that.
We don't speak of nobody's names around here. We don't only name.
Oh, you
They
right,
know
you
who
right.
they are. They know who they are.
We don't want no smoke.
Yeah, we're the originals.
Now, Can you name all the ones you brought?
Yeah, so we got a white chocolate here. It's a white chocolate, little chocolate drizzle. We got the Fruity Pebbles, Fruity Pebble cream cheese. We got the caramel apple fritter, Kit Kat, Nutella, Butterfinger, the strawberry white chocolate pearl, Reese's peanut butter cup, fresh strawberries and cream. And then we have the Atlanta Podcast Lemon Pepper.
Wait
a minute, did you say the Atlanta Podcast?
Yeah,
I knew he said the Atlanta Podcast. Did you hear that?
I think I heard of a podcast.
I think I heard that shit. Now,
you heard right, listeners.
Yeah.
We got to own Atlanta Podcast Donut in the building.
now,
We're part of history right now, son.
it's history. This is amazing. This is my mom's crying right now.
Atlanta donut history.
First, I want to say thank you for the
problem.
donuts, and
Very
especially
much.
for this donut. Tell us how you made it.
Well, it's lemon buttercream. So it's an A-shaped donut. So we shaped it on because we already have the A-Town cream, which is vanilla pastry cream and dark chocolate icing on top. So this one we did a A-shaped donut. So it's a yeast raised donut, light fluffy yeast raised donut, and it has lemon pepper buttercream. So yeah.
Lemon pepper buttercream?
Butter, powdered sugar, whipped up, nice and light and fluffy. And then we put some salt in there, some
So it's like a
lemon, some lemon zest, some pepper. So it's got that kind of lemony, peppery. It's a little tangy, a little. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. And then we got a lemon pepper glaze, which we squeeze fresh lemon juice and zested lemon and salt, lemon pepper, and then sprinkled it with little gold flakes on there. And then we got some.
Because we stay shining.
Yeah, and then we got some little lemon zest on top. So it should be
this
nice
is
and
so-
delightful and lovely.
Special donut like this deserves a special beer.
Oh.
So we're gonna crack open something that I feel like goes perfect with the donuts, something that coffee flavored. So this next beer we're drinking is a
Wow.
beer from
Speak on it.
Variant Brewing. See, someone's already been drinking before. So Variant Brewing is up in I was about to say Duluth, but it's Roswell. This is their Good S'morning Stout. It's a hefty stout at 13%. So this will knock you on your ass.
13%. Jesus Christ.
It's a Imperial Stout with lactose, s'mores coffee beans, and Ghana cacao nibs.
Ooh.
So yeah, we
Ow.
gotta try these A-Town, the Atlanta Podcast donuts with this.
While you're pouring it up,
That shit smells good.
I also want to let everybody know that the Atlanta Podcast Lemon Pepper Donuts
Portion of the proceeds be
will
going.
go to Bloom. Now, if for those who have been familiar with who are familiar with the podcast, we've had Fabian Williams, occasional superstar, on the show before, and he has been building his nonprofit organization Bloom, and what they do. There you go. Pour it yourself, nigga.
No, I mean, I still got some of the other one.
Oh,
Well, drink, nigga.
what the fuck is he doing?
Wait a minute. Justin's trying to be responsible
Nah,
with his drinking?
nah.
Nah, I just poured it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you poured the rest.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, this is unlike you.
Nah, I just finished it off.
This is unlike you, sir.
It's Friday, nigga.
Yeah, but the organization of Bloom, their goal is to basically invest in low-income areas with the way, I guess, gentrification has been doing and stuff like that. A lot of people are kind of like just pushed out or shoved into their areas, and their main objective is to put art into those areas and also show those areas how to circulate their own dollars, if you will. It's a better way of saying it. So shout out to them.
Shout out
And
Bloom.
I want to eat a donut so bad.
Treat yourself.
Dude.
Don't cheat
Here we go.
yourself.
Here we go. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the donut? Is it too much? Is it because you've come across a shit ton of donuts? I'm
No,
sure.
man, I try to make it delicious, so y'all gotta let me know. I mean, the
so
reality
So
is,
this is interesting though, because I've seen in the past that. So for those of you who, for some reason or not, you've never had Sublime Doughnuts, which is crazy.
terrible.
But
Doesn't make any sense.
if you've ever been to any of the mall shops, or if you follow Sublime on social media, we've seen that you do a lot of one-off special type donuts. I mean, you always do April Fool's donuts, which is crazy flavors. You do parody donuts. You know, you just like let's donut. You have a segment on IG, I think, called Can This Donut?
Yeah, we had a whole YouTube series called Will It Donut or Wheel of Donut. Same thing. Wheel of Donut. So we would spin a wheel and we had random flavors or food items that we would try to turn into donuts. So we actually did a lemon pepper chicken donut before where the whole donut was chicken and then, we fry, so we made, we cut up some raw chicken and with some kind of lemon juice and pepper and buttermilk, and then froze it to where it was a nice ring. And formed it into a ring, froze it, then dipped it in, breadcrumbs and eggs and breadcrumbs. Fried it so it was a nice perfect circle, and then made a lemon pepper butter sauce, and then dipped the whole thing in there, and that thing was outstanding. So that was great. So we actually did a lemon pepper chicken donut, and this is lemon pepper, so the flavors are there, but it's not chicken. But you still, so we're just trying to get those lemony, sweet, peppery, kind of sweet and salty, because I think that's the real key with the lemon pepper is, that salty, buttery.
Right.
You really are a donut scientist.
I try.
It's chemistry. Cooking is chemistry.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we try to always do fun stuff.
I need to be passionate about that. I don't think I'm passionate about that with my kids. I love them.
It's okay. They're new. You come around.
They'll come around.
You'll get passionate when they remember stuff.
All right, are y'all ready?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm
gonna grab this one.
I'm gonna grab this one. Oh my gosh. Did you get a?
We gotta do something with the gram.
Oh, of course. Always. Stay shining.
We gotta.
Damn, this is. And I already love like your one of your mainstays, the A-Town donut.
A-Town.
Very classic.
Buttery, lemony.
The glaze, that fresh lemon, is excellent.
So you got the lemon flavor. And that's another thing. I mean, that's where I guess y'all can judge me. This is Atlanta Podcast Donut, so y'all have to approve. But does it have enough pepper? I don't know. Is it peppery enough? Can you call it lemon pepper, or is it just lemon?
The cream inside, the glaze is just lemon. Oh, okay.
I want to lick that off my girl toes.
But the filling, I get the pepper in the filling.
Okay.
In the filling. I'm about to say the feeling. I mean, the feeling too.
I feel it.
Yes. Oh, this is excellent.
Okay.
This screams Atlanta. This screams Atlanta.
Does it represent? Would y'all put y'all's name on it, huh? Is it worthy of the Atlanta Podcast name?
Our name ain't shit. We put this name on anything. We are very honored to put it on this.
Cool.
Oh shit. So like the filling has that right. There's that the salty sweet kind of play. There's like little savoriness in the filling, but it plays well with the sweetness of the glaze.
And even with the filling, with the lemon zest and all that stuff, it tastes very light, so it's easy to eat.
It is.
Well, I can go through a lot of these.
That's why in general I like, one of the favorite things I like about Sublime in general is you do mostly yeast donuts. So they're lighter. They're soft, pillowy. I like cake donuts too.
I like soft pillowy things.
That's because this is the Atlanta Podcast. In the South, we like more light, fluffy things. We're up north, they like
pillowy.
Dense. They like dense, compact things. So scones are more popular up north, where we like biscuits because they're light and fluffy. So it's just
speak on it.
I mean, it's just a little baking industry knowledge. Like, because I mean, obviously, like if
good.
a Hostess were making, just their same formula for the South or for North, they'd make theirs a little more lighter, fluffier here, and then make it a little more dense up if they're selling in New York or Pennsylvania up there.
Oh,
because it's cold as hell up there.
Just like hard shit. We like fluffy shit. So I don't know.
Like our women. Nice fluffy.
Facts.
Oh my god.
I can't even talk about anything. This is
that's really good.
Good deal. And we put the gold flakes on it. Represent. ATL.
Thank you.
So, damn, this is good.
The real question is when we're rolling these out.
Yeah. I was about to try to say that, but the donut.
When do you want to roll it out? What's best?
I don't know. Let me roll it out. I think we got another donut coming out next week for a country song.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Like in 2 weeks or so.
2 weeks?
We want to give some time because we need to get the word out so people can actually come and buy these donuts.
Of course, because it's going for a good cause. And then the 4th of July weekend is the country donut.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we'll see when this guy brings me this video. We'll see. Maybe we'll drop that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, somewhere around there.
Okay.
We sang a country song, and it's Low Places by Garth Brooks. Because, we do a lot of rap songs, and, I wanted to show people we got range around here.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it's funny. So I wrote this because, was trying to do it because obviously I don't have talent, so it takes me weeks to come up with this. It's not like, I'm going to do a day of. So, it took me a couple weeks to write it, so we wrote this and then recorded it a couple weeks back, too. And so when we were doing the video, everyone saw me in my country boots. They're like, oh, you're doing Old Town Road? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm glad that country rap is blowing up, but we actually thought of jumping into country like a couple months ago, you know what I'm saying, before this blew up. So we're doing Low Places, and it's I Got Sweets in Showcases. So, and then, the song starts off, how I start the song off is Blame It On Georgia Roots. So we're doing a Fresh Peaches and Cream for that one. So.
Definitely screams Georgia with peaches.
Yeah.
So is it going to be similar to your fresh strawberry and cream donut? Oh, nice. Nice.
That's your favorite.
Awesome. So basically mid to end July is when we could probably expect the Atlanta podcast donut. Or beginning of August. We'll figure it out. We'll let y'all know. We'll let y'all know.
That was good as fuck, dog.
Dude.
Damn.
That was great. I'm sad we ate that donut. Like, I love these donuts, don't get me wrong. But that Atlanta podcast donut.
Yeah, man.
That's when it's the best, when you don't know that's cream. And then you get it all over your face.
It's on my face.
Oh my! I need to put these away. Yeah. Well, first of all, hey, nobody eats this donut because
that was the one I wanted.
No, that's my wife's donut. It's her favorite donut. So
she can have. She pregnant.
Nope.
She's with child. So.
She would kill all of us.
I got these right here.
All 3? You can't get all the cool ones?
No, there's 6.
I tell you what you don't have. I tell you what you don't have. Not in my house.
Well, is there anything that you want to talk about? Anything new going on? Or hot in the streets?
Follow us on the gram, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to do a lot of big things. Dropping these silly, stupid music videos and
they're cool though.
They're really cool.
So tell us. So
didn't you do a Drip Too Hard one?
Yeah. And then Drip Too Hard.
Awesome.
Drip Too Hard. We've done Drip Too Hard. Mo Bamba. Ice Ice Baby.
Nice. The Pokemon theme?
Pokemon theme, yeah.
I fucking blacked out because I'm a nerd at heart, so.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I'd asked somebody, I was like, what's something we can do? These people at Georgia Tech were like,
of course.
And my employer was like, Pokemon. And I was like, oh, that's good. He's like, you can do the theme. I'm like, he's like, you know the theme. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know the theme. Sorry. I've never watched this show before. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying. I'm not trying to knock anybody who has watched it, but I didn't watch it. I didn't watch that.
It was a staple of our childhood.
Yeah, I watched Animaniacs and other shit like that. So.
Animaniacs classic.
You ever come out with Animaniacs donut?
I mean, we should. Real talk, I would love to have. If we had money,
if we
had real money, I would love to have Wacko as be like our spokebman.
That'd be dope.
He eats all the stuff, so that would be great. But
awesome. So tell us. So we've obviously, we know about the donuts. We've been eating them. At least I've been eating them for years. Mm-hmm. But tell us something about Kamal. Like, so who is Kamal? Tell our users. I keep saying users. Yeah. I work in IT. I'm sorry. Our listeners, something that they may not know about Kamal.
From Atlanta. I'm from Marietta. So Marietta, born and raised. Marietta High School. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But here's something, man. I know both my parents are Panamanian, so both my parents are from Panama. Panama.
Okay. Oh.
So
cool.
They're, but I don't speak Spanish because
that's the next question.
Because I'm a down South Georgia boy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I mean, it's funny. I had way deep conversations about this, but it is a whole thing. Like if because my dad came out here because he joined the Navy. He came but he was in the Navy before I was born and came out here, and that's why we're stationed out in Marietta in Atlanta. So I was born in Marietta, Kennestone Hospital, and grew up in Marietta, me and my brother, but
homegrown.
And my brother, my mom would try to teach him Spanish because he's older than me, and he would go to preschool, be like, "Yo, quiero water," and they're like, "What, boy? I don't understand what you're saying." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's blending Spanish and English in one sentence. So when I came around, they're like, "Let's just speak English." So that's the thing. Like if we grew up in New York or San Diego or some place with a large Spanish community, we probably would have grown up speaking Spanish and with Spanish people. But my parents, they're like the only Spanish speakers around. So like, let's just figure this out. But here's another thing about Panama, because a lot of people like to get confused. Because if they see my mom, they'll be like, you see her speaking Spanish, they'll be like, "Oh, so you're not black." I have to tell them black is a race. It's not a language. Okay, so
right. Big facts. Big facts.
And in Panama's thing, obviously the slave trade went everywhere. All of the Americans in the Caribbean.
Business was booming back then.
But Panama in particular, you see how they got a big hole, the Panama Canal? So niggas dig that hole. So, back in the early 1900s, they were like, all right, we need somehow to get a hole from the Atlantic Ocean to Pacific Ocean so we can get boats.
And who don't mind malaria?
And who don't mind, and who doesn't want to be treated for malaria? So it was like, hey, any Caribbeans want a job? So, any of the Caribbeans that wanted to come work and dig that hole, they came to Panama. So it's funny. So actually going to Panama, a lot of the older black people in Panama, like, 90 years old, like my grandfather and stuff, like they were born there, but they only speak English, and they speak English with a Jamaican accent. So it's funny, like they speak with a Caribbean accent. Like it's funny, like my grandfather, my dad's side, got remarried, and he married to a Panamanian woman. She only spoke Spanish, and I remember I went to go see him before he passed years ago, and he was like, "Yeah, I got to take her with me to things because I can't speak Spanish." And I was like, "She can't speak English? What the fuck is going on here?" I'm so confused.
They had the perfect relationship.
So, I think he can speak Spanish. But he was old, so he wasn't speaking as well. So, but I think he could speak Spanish. But like their parents didn't speak Spanish at all. So they came, so like great grandparents and stuff. So you'll see go to Panama, a lot of older Panamanians speaking in speaking a Jamaican accent, so it's very interesting. So, and it's funny, I was just talking with an ex-girlfriend. She lives out in Brooklyn, and she was like, "Yeah, I was hearing this. I was out
y'all cool?
Somewhere. Yeah. I try to keep it cool with all of them, but
everybody. Hey, Christian is on one today. She is on one.
Blind.
We riding with you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Friday.
Oh, it's Friday.
It's Friday. You ain't got to work tomorrow.
I got donuts on deck.
You ain't get your kids.
Oh shit! Go ahead.
But yeah, she was like, but she could tell being out there hearing a lot of different Spanish dialects, even though she didn't speak Spanish, because she heard some lady speaking Spanish from a distance on her phone real loud, and she could tell like the Panamanians, the black ones, even though they speak Spanish fluently, they speak it with a Caribbean accent too. So it's interesting. So y'all probably won't be able to pick up on the nuances because when y'all just hear Spanish, it's Spanish.
It's just Spanish to me.
You'd rather hear it enough, you'll be like,
I'm
hold
starting
on,
to. My wife's Puerto Rican.
Okay.
I'm starting to pick up on some island accents that are different and everything like that, but for the most part, you're right.
Spanish. Oh, Spanish.
Yes.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Habla?
Awesome.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's funny because I was recently, because I had this idea that I could learn to speak Spanish by
Rosetta Stone?
watching. No, it was another hack that I thought I saw on the internet. It was this hack that I thought would really work, and I really thought I was doing something. It's like they're talking about how, because how we all learn to speak our language to begin with is immersion. Like we're babies, and you just see people speaking. You're like beer, and you point beer, and like, okay, I get this is beer now. You know what I'm saying? And so enough, and you see people talking and moving. So and then you hear people who came over here and how they learned to speak English. They're like, oh, I watch TV.
Yep.
So this hack was saying if you watch TV, like a Spanish language something, you will learn to speak it just by seeing the people interact, and then you'll start picking it up.
Right, context clues and whatnot.
Yeah, so I was watching this whole Spanish sitcom, La Familia Peluche, in case we got some Spanish speakers
Classic.
here. It actually is classic, but So to watch it with the subtitles, the English subtitles first, so I could understand the plot. And it was, it was a 30-minute sitcom, so just 20 minutes. And
Somebody's fucking somebody, and then somebody dies, and then the evil twin kind of.
Then I watch it again with the Spanish subtitles, and then try to say the words back and memorize the words and speak back to the screen. And I was for sure I was like, man, I feel like I'm 60% bilingual now. And,
How many episodes did you say that?
I was in like 30 episodes, man. I was like committed to watching it every day. I was like, I'm gonna get Spanish down. I'm tired of not being able to speak to my cousins. I'm going to Panama. We gonna speak Spanish. And then I was hanging out with a homegirl, and she's actually Panamanian, and one of her cousins came into town, and he didn't speak English, and I had no clue how to talk to him. I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, actually. I just know how to watch the show.
You taught yourself how to watch the show, but not
But then what's even funnier is when I was speaking, I said something to my mom one day, and she was like, you sound like a Mexican. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious, because I'm watching the Mexican sitcom. I picked up a Mexican accent.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess, well, there you go. So that's the only thing I picked up, how to speak in Mexican dialect. I don't know what that is in the Spanish world, if that's country or,
Right.
if that's like a New York accent. Who knows? But
I've learned that Puerto Rican accent is more like an island accent, like how we see Jamaicans. Like it's kind of like a lazier kind of. There's some letters that you just chop off and you don't really say. That's how Puerto Ricans sound. And the hoity-toity ones, the true Spanish speakers, are from Spain.
Spain. Right.
Yeah,
The Spaniards.
they sound like British people
like
to them.
British people.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
The fancy ones.
yeah. Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, we're reaching the end of the episode. And at the end of every episode, we like to give a special shout out called an ATL salute to someone in the ATL or Metro ATL area that has been doing something great and representing the ATL in a big way. When we have a guest on, we hand over the responsibility to them.
Oh, man.
So come on. Who you want to salute? Or are you just like, fuck everybody? It's Sublime.
It's not you, bro.
I'm saluting my creation.
Yeah.
I don't know who's the GM for the Hawks? Travis Schlenk, is that?
Oh, Schlenk. Yeah.
I'm gonna shout him out for getting rid of Ken Bazemore. Let's get
Oh, yeah.
get him out of here.
Bro, we got to dap up on that shit. Yes.
Ken Bazemore's out of here. Let's keep the young core. I'm riding with Trae Young. Okay.
Hell yeah.
He should have got Rookie of the Year. Okay.
Ice Trey.
He played way better at the end of the season than Luka. Come on
did.
now. Let's get with Trae Young.
Shout out to the new ones too, Cam Reddish, and who else we get? Hunter.
Well, I'm mad that I've been seeing Cam Reddish, welcome to Atlanta Cam Reddish signs, like billboards. But
We pick Hunter first.
we pick Hunter first. What's going on here? With the disrespect.
I had this conversation, and at first I was like, man, that's mad grimy.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, because that fourth pick was a trade pick, the transaction hasn't gone through, so we technically don't have Hunter yet.
Oh, we gotta wait till the
So
6th.
he's not. He's not a Hawk.
6th, that's right.
He's not on the payroll. He's
birthday.
not on the team yet.
Oh.
Cam, that pick would be at Cam. That was our pick, so he's on the team already. But Hunter is pending that all those trades that we got that through goes through.
That makes a lot more sense because even the Atlanta page was like the newest edition and this and that.
Like the
and I was
Atlanta Hawks
like,
webpage?
yeah, like their Instagram.
Oh, Instagram page.
Yeah.
Everybody goes
Oh,
to
they
that
didn't show
anymore.
DeAndre Hunter yet?
Right. Because he's technically not on the team
So
yet.
is it possible we could lose him?
I kept forgetting.
Technically, yes.
I kept forgetting that we traded up to get him.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So that was not our
Okay,
pick. It was
alright, so now I
pending
get it.
trades. That's
'Cause I was
why.
like, this is very disrespectful. This is,
Bro, remember homeboy was saying, he was like,
Job Atlanta.
so Atlanta.
So Atlanta.
Right, I was like, because we picked Hunter at the number 4 pick, and Cam was number 10,
yeah.
and we were like, everybody's welcome this dude, but I was like, yeah, Hunter's not on the team technically.
Okay.
Yeah, so after all these trades go
I think
through,
it's the 6th.
yeah,
I'm saying,
and then it's on paper he's on the team. Then it's like, oh,
I
welcome to
said, get
Atlanta.
rid of all them old dudes, okay, and just keep Vince Young. He'd be the only person that's older than 22. And
Ice Trey?
let's get all young.
But we
young
had
core.
last year. we were really fun to watch, man.
No, it was. That's why they keep all the young people
to watch.
John Collins, Poiter,
Collins, Poiter.
Trey Young. Let's keep them guys.
Yeah, our pace.
Trey was looking a little lost at first, but then he got it together. He got it together and turned to a monster.
We had one of the faster pace offense in the league last year. Our defense was trash, but hence one big reasons we traded to get Hunter because he's a defensive specialist. But yeah, I'm thoroughly excited about our young core. Like all Atlanta teams are coming up. All Atlanta teams are coming. The Braves looking good, with Acuna. They're coming up. Obviously, we were just talking about the Hawks coming up. Falcons are healthy. Stay healthy. Right. We're healthy.
I'm getting too excited. Please don't jinx it.
We picked up some O-line help, which is desperately needed. And then in Atlanta United, fresh off a championship.
Yeah, shout out.
We're coming through with even with a new coach. So all Atlanta teams are balling. Like Atlanta's about to become the next sports city.
Trash.
So you just gonna say that every year until it does?
I didn't say that.
I predicted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you heard me say that before?
Yes.
That Atlanta's gonna be the next sports city. I've never said that.
So many words.
I've always said that people love to hate Atlanta. I'm always griping about it, even on the last episode. I'm like, people love
episodes, man.
What do I say?
I can show you. We'll say that argument for another day.
No, I want to hear this shit.
I'll throw a clip out.
I want to, do that. Do that, and I'll eat my words.
Yeah,
it's true.
That's what you want, donuts.
I'll eat my yes.
Well, Kamal, thank you so much for being on the podcast. We appreciate everything you do for the city. Okay. Coming on the episode, gracing us with the delicious donuts and the Atlanta podcast Lemon Pepper Doughnut. It's only fun.
I mean, we do. I feel like the only thing that'll make this better if Donald Glover just shouted out, the Lemon Pepper Donut.
Right.
I need that. Hint. Donald Glover from DSA. He's not, but
shout out.
But he's a fan of Sublime Doughnuts.
Yes.
He was rocking the hat.
Yeah, he came through one time, rocked the hat for years. Appreciate the love. Thanks for showing the love. Come back, holla at us. Thought we were best friends. Can we hang out? You know what I'm saying?
Jump on a music video.
Holla.
That'd be dope.
Jump on, do a cameo on the music video. Come through. You know what I'm saying?
My fucking mind. Anyway, again, thank you, and see you guys later. Peace.
Deuces.
Drip too hard, come eat these O's. You gon' get addicted off this glaze. We ain't never close, bacon overload. Grab some to go get accolades. Cinnamon swirl, strawberry chocolate pearl. Give it to your girl, that's serenade. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, Sublime Doughnuts get made. Drip too hard, come eat these O's. You gon' get addicted off this glaze. We ain't never close, bacon overload. Grab some to go get accolades. Cinnamon swirl, strawberry chocolate pearl. Give it to your girl, that's serenade. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, Sublime Doughnuts get made.
If you like that episode and you want to hear more of the Atlanta podcast, you can subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify,
Google Play.
We're on Google Play?
Yep.
We're on Google Play.
Oh, shit.
And
wait a minute, do you have a? Oh,
also,
you don't have an iPhone. My bad.
Oh,
everybody doesn't have an iPhone, gentlemen.
Yeah, you're right. Only the people that matter.
Well, whatever you're using, help us out. Leave a review.
Support.
Give us some stars. However the fuck they do it on whatever you're listening. And
thumbs up.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yes, please.
We have quite the following. You get some exclusive content on there.
Videos from my
have our own Instagram
phone.
thought, Justin.
Yeah, we got an Instagram thought, Justin.
I be thought.
Follow us at The Atlanta Podcast. See you next time.
Peace.